Hey guys, Jay here, and welcome to another vlog, and welcome to my truck. Oh, it's falling apart. It's fun. So this video log. I'm gonna talk a little bit about depression and all that good fun stuff. So it might not be everybody's cup of tea, so just be aware. If you don't want to hear me talk about these kind of things, you can go and move on to the next video. But I do want to kind of bring it up because I watched a video from Brian from the Tulare Community College. You know, he does the Magic the Gathering videos, Pokemon, box openings and such. And he shared a video about his depression and stuff like that. And so usually when I watch or listen to something about depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts and tendencies, I do get a little bit triggered, and not because, I mean, it's kind of like a mixed feeling, because it's just like, you know, it's like I want to get like upset and angry and just like, you know, I want to move past this, and then, you know, I watch a video and I feel like, you know, all these things come back up again. But I believe I've suffered from depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, and it's been a rough road for me, because I think ever since I was about, you know, 8, 9, 10-ish, somewhere around there, looking back at my life, I think that's really when it all kind of stemmed from, you know, some personal things that happened, you know, in our family's life, and it kind of went from there to, you know, parents getting divorced. And I'm not saying that these are the reasons why, I'm just saying that these are the things that I think I've allowed myself to have these kind of things come up in my life. And don't worry, I'll get through it. Just hang with me. Years down the road, a stepfather who was very verbally and emotionally abusive, which I think sometimes can be some of the worst kind of abuse. I mean, yeah, you know, physical abuse is absolutely horrible as well, but I believe that can also, you know, be very scarring in people's lives. To going on my mission, to coming back home from my mission, going completely inactive after not achieving, you know, being engaged and being married, which was very, very demoralizing to me. Completely leaving the church and smoking and drinking, staying out late, picking up chicks, all that fun stuff, and then realizing that I needed to come back. And during all these times, you know, I'm also classified as ADD ADHD, which is a whole nother ball of wax with all of these different things going on. And throughout this time, I went to, you know, to psychiatrists. I went to, you know, people that can talk to you and try to help you work through things. And I think they helped a little bit, taking different kinds of medications and trying that, and that helped a little bit. Fast forward from, you know, when I was 8 to 10 to now, where I'm, you know, 35. I'll just kind of go back to my turning point about 5 or 6 years ago. I kind of was at like the last straw where I was just like, okay, I need to like figure this stuff out, because my life is just being completely affected, and I am sick and tired of, you know, having these thoughts. I'm sick and tired of feeling depressed and not worthy and not worth it. And I was just done. I was just like, I need something, I need help. And so I went back to more counseling, more drugs, and that helped for a little bit. And then during that time when I was talking to my doctor, probably the biggest turning point when she basically told me that you are in control of you, and you can choose and decide who you want to be and what you want to do, and you can be happy and have a wonderful life, but you still have to choose to do that. No, I'm just paraphrasing because I don't remember. It was a little while ago. But I really took that to heart. And it's been a long, long, hard struggle these past 5 years because, I had to kick smoking. I had to kick, drinking. Smoking was probably the hardest thing for me to quit. Just because the habit, the the routine that I developed with it, oh my gosh, it was so freaking hard. It probably took me like maybe a year and a half just from starting and stopping to actually finally kick it, which I'm very, very grateful that I did. Started going back to church, started to change my relationship with Heavenly Father and with Jesus Christ, and with the church, and came back strong in a good way. Things were going great. Subsequently, I stopped doing music. Kind of weren't in a rock band anymore. Not by my choice, but it was actually really good for me. It was, God and the universe was looking out for me, because I ended up not working with them anymore, which I miss them terribly, because they were wonderful people. It was an absolute blast, playing music with them, but I needed that kind of kick in the pants to really start working through things. So I quit all those things, started doing a lot better. And then eventually I found, my wonderful wife, who I'm married to. So it's been 3 months now, ish, almost 3 months, almost 31st, I think, of August. It'll be 3 months and 3 years. And just things have just been going awesome, like, ever since, in a wonderful position, making more money than I ever had in my entire life. Still having the same daily struggles and weekly struggles everybody else has, as far as finances are concerned. But I believe I am much better off than what I was back then. But the biggest thing for me was, I could not accept that I was broken. I could not accept that my brain, was imbalanced or had chemical imbalances. I could not believe that these things, the way that I was made, was wrong. And I could not believe that. I could not play the victim anymore. So I got to the point where I was just like, okay, well, I need to start owning up to my stuff and start, seriously looking at my life and start moving forward. And I did. And I think I was blessed because of it. But the biggest thing I would probably say is that, in a nutshell, is that you are in control of your life. If you want wonderful, amazing, happy, grateful, just amazing things to happen in your life, you got to start thinking that way. And I know for some people it's really hard, and sometimes it's very difficult. And it was for me for a very, very long time. I tried to be a happy person on the outside, but on the inside I was absolutely miserable. But when I started getting to the point where I started owning up to the things that have occurred and have happened in my life, and, that I was, me or those around me made decisions which allowed things to happen, that I'm not a victim, that I control the things that are going on in my life, that's when things started happening. That's when the magic started to happen. And I got to the point where I'm just absolutely happy, the majority of the time now. I don't even think about suicidal thoughts anymore. My depression or anxieties are very minimal now. They're much, much more manageable, because I got to the point where I was just like, okay, well, I don't like these things that are happening in my life, and I want it to change it. This is what I really want. And I started working towards those things, and that's when magic started to happen. The last 3 years have been absolutely amazing. I think I went from making a very, very small, very, very poor income to, something that's definitely getting to the point where it's going to be awesome and amazing. Building something. I'm working on things that I love. I'm working on things that are going to I believe are going to make my family very happy, very comfortable, future for them. And I think it's eventually going to get to that point where I'm just going to be like, looking back, on even this day, 5 years from now, I'm just like, man, I can't believe where I was at then. But I was so grateful that I was super happy and just love life. And so yeah, I mean, if you really do need help, I mean, obviously go out and seek it, but don't believe that you're broken. Don't believe that you're a victim. Don't believe that, nothing else can help you except for drugs and, all these different, things, and techniques and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of them work very well for people. Definitely try them out, see if they work for you, because everybody is different. We're all human beings. We all have different things that'll work well for us. And one of my thing was, I had to just kind of own things. The things that happened in my life, I had to forgive them in my mind, and to the point where I was just like, I'm ready to go see this person and say, dude, I forgive you, even though this was an absolute crappy, horrible thing that happened to me. And it was great. Like, I've not ever been so much happier in my life than I have like this year. I think this has probably been one of the most happiest years I've had in my entire life, just because every day I wake up in the morning and even though like I still want to like stay in bed, and sleep, because I'm just like, I'm always tired. And that's just been me all the time. But once I get up and I get out of bed, I make my bed, I take my shower, I put my shoes on, I put my clothes on, I go to the gym 4 times a week. I'm trying to eat more healthy, even though it's not perfect, it's getting better. And it's just like, it's amazing because I see things that happen in my life that aren't always the most happiest, pleasant things, but I look at them and go, you know what? That certainly looks kind of terrible and kind of scary right now. But I know somehow, some way, these things are going to work out to our benefit, and it'll be an amazing, happy, wonderful thing. And oftentimes than not, they actually do. So, I mean, mental state is everything. But you gotta have to start making choices, You have to start taking control. You have to start saying, I am in control of myself. I can say, do everything and anything if I put my mind to it. If I put my actions in motion, And I really strongly believe that. I mean, I honestly don't think I'd be here today if I didn't get that, 5 years ago. Like, I was at the point where I was just like, why am I even doing this anymore? Why? But this video is going a little bit longer than I anticipated. Let's put it up to 15 minutes. Why not? Sorry, my hair got a little crazy there. What else can I say? I guess some of the things that really hit me was probably some of the books and CDs and stuff I started listening to, especially over the last 3 years, and trying to get to the point where we're making, like I'm focusing more on, okay, this is where I want to be, this is what I want to make, these are some things I want to do, and I start moving towards those things instead of just going, oh yeah, I want to be a famous horse rider one day. That would be interesting. And then just leaving that thought up there to, to just kind of flutter away, or just stay there and be like, oh man, it'd be so awesome if I was that, but I could never do that. Which is not true, because you can do anything. I work a full-time job, I sell stuff on eBay, I'm a husband, I got 2 little dogs that I absolutely love to death, but I love my wife the mostest, of course. I love you, honey. I seriously do. We got a house, we got 2 cars, we got food on the table, we got, what else is going on? Oh, I live stream, and I make YouTube videos. Like, I'm doing all of these absolutely wonderful, amazing, and fun things, and I would not be able to do those if I just went, I want to do these things, but I don't want to put the effort into it. If I thought that way, nothing would happen. So you got to change your mindset. You got to change your attitude. But now, again, I'm not going to go into detail of, what triggered, everything that in my life, or got to the point where, all that good stuff. But I guess what I want to get out of this, guys, is just, if you do feel like you need help, go and talk to somebody. Make a phone call, talk to your parents, talk to your teachers, talk to somebody that you trust and appreciate their input. Get their thoughts on it. Ask lots of questions. Say, hey, I'm feeling this way. Where should I go to talk to somebody about this? Who should I talk to? And I know somebody will give you the information that you need. So don't wait. Absolutely do not wait. Like, seriously. Just get started, work at it. It may be a very easy road, it may be a very short road that you can take, it may be a very long road, and it may take a lot of time and effort. Everybody is different, but you can overcome these things. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really do appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful day, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.